Welcome to my site for all you who haven't seen any of my videos before. This is going to blow a few minds, so you're going to need to go back and watch some other videos to lead up to this maybe. But what I'm about to reveal has never been revealed before, like a lot of my stuff, and most people can't understand it, especially if you just come into one video without seeing all the other ones. You can't describe the realm we live in within 20 minutes. You know, that's how simple people are. They expect a whole lot in 20 minutes. But I've just discovered something. I've discovered a lot of things, but this is a real biggie. So you want to hang in there, whether you think you live on a spinning ball or know you live on a flat earth. You want to hang in there, because this is mind-blowing. So for those who don't know, this is the flat earth model, the true flat earth one only model that I'm the only one who knows about. It's got a centre earth vortex that we do not see. It's described right through religion. The Egyptians have given me all the information. The ancient Egyptians, it's all been left for us. Only some of us can pick up on it though, obviously. The sun, that's the Milky Way in there. The sun is tucked into the Milky Way like an egg in a nest. This is south. It goes up and over at night. You'll see that hump in the back of the Milky Way, in the Milky Way at night. That's the back of the sun you're looking at, that hump, if you've got a good camera. Night shots. That moves up over the sky. All this is all projected out into our realm. What we perceive to be physical, but nothing out here is physical. You've been lied to from the age of 5 years old. They're all holographic projections. All from in here. Science knows this. They've known this for 100 years. This is where they come up with microwave ovens. This vacuum, they call that a vacuum inside there. They know it's an amplifier. Amplifies everything, light, frequency. Everything's about frequencies out here. Okay? And this is where the magnetic fields come into it as well. It's a magnetic vortex. It's spinning water. Imagine it. Imagine it like spinning water. It's all magnetic out here, electrical in there. Science, they call it an induction system. So this far ahead, okay? We've got magnetic fields coming out of this north, and they come up like this. They come up and they go down, and they go around up there. Let me draw that like this. Now, straight away, what does that shape look like if I put that there? It looks like a fish, looks like a dolphin, and it looks like half the yin and yang symbol, right? Well, you're right. And then we go, that's probably about it, isn't it? For half of it. This has all come about from all this divine information from the Egyptians and Christianity. How I came about the magnetic fields without even testing it. And it's only just recently I've got my hands on some ring magnets and found it's exactly the system I'd put together. And this is how the magnetic fields work on a ring magnet. I've always said all along that the flat earth acts like a ring magnet. There's your centre hole. It's like a donut. Donut with the magnetic flux. Science knows the magnetic field up here and it's very strong. But on the earth it's very weak. What they tell you is that there's a magnetic field that comes out of there and goes all the way to the north. They think, two blues. They like to tell you it comes out of here automatically, all by itself, heads off in that direction or that direction, and travels all the way around and all the way back into there, just like magic. Like that other word, gravity. All magic. Well, that's not right, because this field and this field is exactly the same. I'm going to show you why and how. Because in the Antarctic, the air is dry and thin. Over here in the Arctic, it's dry and thin. But what do we have in the equator, in the tropic regions? Between Cancer and Capricorn. Is that dry and thin air? No, that's not dry and thin air. That's very moist, humid, dense air. This is the opposite. That is the opposing force. There is no opposing force really, or opposites. There's only an attraction. In magnets there's one attracted to the other. Science knows that. They say the south is attracted to the north. That's why they say the south field goes all the way around to the north. And this is what it does. It's attracted. And this is their magic word. The magic word is gravitate. Is a better word than gravity. People start thinking then. It gravitates. So in here, all this moisture is the attraction. The attraction, the opposite to dry and thin air. It's thick, moist air. The magnetic fields travel as like an attraction over to this zone, and this is what it does. But it goes up like that. Anyway, before I found the yin and yang, the field was coming down the side and going around there, right? And the other one was coming down this side and going around there. And I'm trying to figure out what's making it cross over. What's important about this point here? And then all the other information came into my head. All about religion and other things, about red shift and blue shift. You know about the rainbow? Red shift, that's the top of the rainbow, right? Low frequency, longer wavelength. High frequency, put that one away. High frequency, the stronger one, shorter wavelength. Because it's stronger, it's more powerful, it's hitting out the Earth's atmosphere, it's sitting there. It's the stronger one. Red's up higher, isn't it? There's your rainbow really. Same thing. So that made me think, well, no, hang on, let's back up a bit. That's what the magnetic fields made me think, this is one, this is the other. It's being absorbed down into here before coming back up to there. So this is what it is. You've got red, south, representing hell. Red is hell. And you have blue. Don't we have a blue sky? There you have it. So I'm thinking, okay, so these fields, it's somehow meeting here before it goes back up there. But what's going on here? Why down there? Apart from the fact, I've realised the yin and the yang, the negative, positive, whatever, red and blue frequency, I would have thought it would have met here. But what's equilibrium? What's the equinox? Everything's perfect. There's the cross before aphelion and perihelion. Everything's perfect at this point. Now what happens at this point with the tides? At the 3 days of the year, the tides are at their strongest between high and low. Some parts of the world, and this is something I saw of Santos movie, one of his videos. He took a video of the water going right out. It only happens once a year in Mexico there. this all came to the picture, it all added up. The equinox will make it perfect up here. This rises, this point, crossing point, rises to meet up here. And this is where religion comes into it, because everything in religion describes our whole realm. But people, they're not bright enough. They can't understand it all. They haven't figured it all out. They think the Bible's a lot of BS. It's all astrophysics. It's really divine stuff. And this is it. So, because my problem was, if that's yin and a yang, and that ends up down there and that ends up there, what's the story there? Shouldn't it be up here and up here? Well, there you go. It moves. That comes back up to there and there at the equinox. Now, how does that happen? Well, astrophysics. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know I have told the world there is two night skies, two rotations, the Polaris rotation and the Sigma Octantis. They are both separate rotations. It is not one rolling sky over a ball. They'll tell you there's a big rotation out here if you look south, there's a big rotation up there if you look north. But if you look that way, hello, you see the arch finished there and the arch finished there. How does that work? Shouldn't it just be one rolling sky? No, they want to bamboozle you. They want you to think there is. No, you're seeing things. Well, south, north, there's two rotations. Polaris, Sigma, Octantis. Octantis. Polaris. And these points here, they are more like this during the year, but it moves out a little bit there. The gates are opened and they will not be shut for the man who wakes up in that period. A king is born. And what comes through here, it makes way for the Orion's belt. Let's draw that again, because I had this backwards the other day. It's the longest one there. Like that, it's north. That spreads. I'm thinking, well, how does that spread? See, it's up here. That's spreading. It spreads that little bit, that minute bit. And then you come to stuff like this. Grasshopper comes into it. That's the hieroglyph for grasshopper, locust. Now, look at that helix spiral and the wings of the bird and the water, moving of the water, the levelling out. Also, the Ben bird, divine moment, Orion's belts shooting through maybe, the wing, I'm about to show you, and the talons. Each leg has 3 talons, and the whole divine story is it's to do with the sea, the parting of the sea, and laid into whatever bare, dry land appeared. This is the dry land, the tides moving in the equinox. Dry land appeared, and then all the waves came crashing back in again. That's when it closes back up. The chariots coming through here, crossing the Red Sea. There's a lot to it, but I think the video might run out, so I better start quickly reading what I have here, so you can connect it all. This is my magnetic fields here too, work with the brain, the same thing. They go in and then come back out. It's all fractals of the earth. I won't go right into that. Also, Ouroboros, the snake, the infinite sign of the snake, they knew. It's all esoteric stuff, but it's all there in your face if you want to look for it. Or you can just believe science. Also, the phoenix rising out of the ashes, that's the phoenix wings, the passing through of the Rhine's belt, 3 talons on his, yes, 3 talons on his feet. And I never got into the grasshoppers, did I? The wings came about from grasshoppers. We are like grasshoppers. Somehow connected with that. I can't even remember how. So I started looking up grasshoppers, and this is what it has. These insects, the Celifera grasshopper, a species with a predominantly tropic distribution. We're in the tropics. It's got the wings. With fewer species known from temperate zones. These insects are known to have a long leg which they use to catapult themselves into the air. Yet they do carry wings, which is the main purpose behind the confusion whether they fly or hop. If you observe when these pests hop, they tend to spread their wings. Spread their wings. They're spreading through here. Spreading. The grasshopper is known for moving in a curved motion to confuse any predators of their whereabouts. Man does not know. The Egyptians are telling us this. And this is the magnetic fields. How they move in a curve. It's the equator. The magnetic fields are like this. Come out, they're curved like this. They're all curved. It's like the flower. And they go like that. They go like that, like that. They're all like that. It's the magnetic fields. So that's funny, eh? The grasshopper is known for moving in a curved motion to confuse any predators of their whereabouts. And there's curving in here. I haven't got into that. The video's going to run out. I've got to speed it along. It only does 27 minutes. Understood that they have wings. Understood they have wings. There's the wings again. But it is known that the legs somehow play a vital role in the life of a grasshopper. Without their legs, their purpose on earth is useless. But do these legs really matter, or are they some kind of support to aid its movement? Well, it's the magnetic fields we're talking about here. According to research, grasshoppers' legs are like a form of thrust to carry their body, to then aid their wings to fly through the air. So they do fly with wings, with bigger aid from their pair of long legs, including the words grasshopper fly. I think it was interpreted from Chinese to English. It's a bit weird, that one. So if you can imagine these wings, it's represented all that way, but they part. More about the Egyptians, locust, this there. Locust, and it's significant in Ptolemaic texts. The locust also appears in the holy books as a plague and divine punishment in the holy book, the Gospels and the Holy Quran. So, plagues. Now, if you see my earlier videos, you understand everything in this realm we live in is a duality. There's dualities everywhere. One of them is our spiritual side as human beings and our physical side, what we perceive to be physical, but we're only physical. Everything's physical only due to the 5 senses programmed into our brain. There's a spiritual side where we come from and where we go. Our energy is all reincarnated. So we have the spiritual and the physical. And so we have a physical understanding, and the Bible is written in the spiritual sense. So it's the opposite. So you've got to imagine a lot of this stuff in the Bible is negative. Because hard to describe because it's appealing to our physical side, but it's the opposite. You've got to make it the opposite. Understands the opposite. It's not no devils or evil stuff. It's the good side. Anyway, else if thou refuse to let thy people go, this is out of the Bible, obviously. These are sayings out of the Bible. If thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locust into thy cast. So he's gearing up for this moment. He's considering all these magnetic fields here, which are the two rotations, is the locust. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts. Stretch it out. So he's opening it. Stretch it out. And they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb. So come up. So that's Orion's belt coming through probably. Another one, the east wind. That's where it comes from, the east. Orion's belt comes from the east. The east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all. No, it's all the spiritual story the Egyptians have left us. Lower chakras, red. Higher, we have the head jet and that, hair jet. In Egyptian, you have the white and the red. Well, the red's always representing Lower Egypt. But then again, it's a bit confusing too, so ignore that. Because you've got to remember, up here is south, down there is north. When it comes over, it goes to the south. So when they've got some things, they're opposites. You've got to understand that. Probably lost everybody already, but I'll carry on. So it comes from the east, wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such.